Hey, it's Matt, and if you didn't know already, I'm here to help people get what they want. Now, I just going through one of Jude's books, fills it in. You can see some stuff in there as well. Says his name, date of birth, where he lives, what does he enjoy doing. If he was a character from a movie, who would he be? Now, here's something really interesting. Pay attention to your reaction when I say these things. Just pay attention to what shows up in your body and how you feel. You might get nothing, you might get something. When I grow up, I want to be a... It's right there. When I grow up, I want to be a rubbish picker. A fun fact about me is that... Here you go. A fun fact about me is that I am very smart. Whose life are you living? Whose body do you have? Whose job do you have? What place in society do you have? Whose bank account do you have? Whose outlook on life do you have? Whose relationship do you have? And you're like, what? Or you might be like, what? What are you on about, Matt? So often we go through life, whether consciously or unconsciously, it's mostly unconsciously, trying to get love from our parents, trying to get praise, recognition, approval, acceptance from our parents. And we try and mold our life, again, mostly subconsciously, into what we think our parents want us to do. And you might be sat there going, nah, I'm free-spirited, free thinking, oh, I do what I want to do. Question is, are you actually doing what you really want to do? Let me ask you this. If you could do anything and no one would find out, not even your parents, what would you do? What's your deepest, darkest desires? Are you living and experiencing those deepest, darkest desires right now? Or are you not because of what mum and dad might think? It's just a question. Now, see, I have my own beliefs and opinions about life and what we should be doing as human beings, who we should be being, what we should be striving for, aiming for, how we should be showing up day to day. But I'm not going to impress that upon my kids. I'm just going to live my life how I believe a life should be lived. If they want to pick up on that and follow that, that's up to them. Now, I know a lot of parents out there would be like, and I know this is true because when I was doing my, I'm going to protect their identity. I remember somebody saying to me once that their kid came to them. Now, bearing in mind, this person who came to me, very, very affluent, very, very successful in terms of like finance and career, like reached, like they're in the top probably 5 people in the UK. I'd say probably top 3 in the UK in terms of their career. Okay? In that area of their life. Now, I was working with them on other areas of their life, so they weren't the best in the country at the other areas of their life. That's why they were working with me. But like finance and career, they were up there. And they came to me once and said, oh, my little boy came to me today and said he wanted to be a dustbin man, a dustbin lorry driver, picking up like rubbish, basically. I was like, oh, okay, interesting. And then they turned around to me and was like, yeah, I told him, no, you don't want to do that. You can't earn money doing that. You don't want to be doing that. You want to be like a doctor or a lawyer or something. You don't want to be cleaning the streets. I was like, okay, interesting. The point I'm trying to make is this. With my little boy filling out that book, while I could go, you don't want to be a litter picker, mate. You don't want to be a rubbish picker, mate. You don't want to be doing that. You want to be trying to be a sports star or an academics star. Like you want to study the universe, or you want to study money, or you want to study business or politics or languages or medicine or spirituality, or you want to try and be the best that you can be. You don't want to be doing that, mate. I could do that. Or I could go, dude, you go and be the best litter picker in the world. Like, you go and do it to the best of your ability and you enjoy it every single day. And you're going to say hi to everybody you meet in the street. Because here's the thing. If he's going to be happy doing that, why would I want him doing anything else? Why would I want... I can hear my kids like out there now playing. They're happy doing what they're doing. Now I could go, oh no, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, you need to be doing that. Yeah, I can parent them and guide them and love them and discipline them and support them and encourage them and stuff. But I'm not going to say what you should or shouldn't do as a career. Let's bring it back to you. Are you doing the career, the job, the work that your heart and soul has called you to do? Or are you doing what you think your parents want you to do? How about your body? Have you actually got the body that you really, really want? Or are you just kind of have a body that's similar to mom and dad or your caregivers when you were younger? What about your finances? Your actual financial situation, regardless of your job and career, your financial situation. I think there's a study done once that said something like 95% of people earn within 10% of their parents. So if your parents earn 30k a year, good chance you'll earn between like 27 and 33. If your parents earn 100 grand a year, you'll be like, what's that, 90 and 110 within those ranges or somewhere around there. Maths isn't my strong point. Something like 90% of people fall within 10% of their parents in terms of earnings. What about your relationship? Are you actually with the person that you really, really, truly desire to be with? Or have you just kind of settled with someone that you knew you could get to please mom and dad, to go, hey, look, I'm in a relationship. Hey, look, I'm getting married. Hey, look, we've got kids. I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong. I'm just saying maybe it's time to take a step back and go, whoa, have I got my parents' relationship? Have I got my parents' career? Have I got my parents' body? Have I got my parents' money? Have I got my parents' beliefs? Or have I got my body, my relationship, my career, my money, my beliefs? And a good question, like in fact, one of the best questions you can ask is, if nobody knew, if no one could find out, what would you do? What are your deepest, darkest desires? Chances are, if that's different, if you get anything different to what you're doing right now, you're living in fear of what other people think. You're living for approval of other people. What if you didn't feel what anybody else thought? And what if you gave yourself approval and love and acceptance to do whatever it was that you wanted to do, that's really in your heart and soul, not in your ego, but in your heart and soul? What if you gave yourself permission? What would your life look like if you gave yourself permission to truly be who you are here to be and you desire to be and do all that you desire to do and have all that you desire to have? What would your life look like? There's some questions for you. I can only suggest that you get a pen and paper, write them down, and do the work, basically. And then follow those dreams. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll speak to you soon.